People are always thirsty for the next news that will come out about different celebrities, which often provides something for everyone to obsess about. Looking back to history, the entertainment industry has never disappointed in providing some of this juicy gossip, leaving everyone entertained. Among everything, people seem to be very interested in the ups and downs of celebrity relationships. Over the years, we have seen tons of celebrities come together and eventually break up, which started to suggest that maybe the pressures of the industry have something to do with it. But sometimes you discover that some of these celebrities just cheat on their partners, leading to a breakup. Imagine the satisfaction that people get seeing celebrities in this category being cheated on themselves. We have chronicled a list of 10 celebrities who got cheated on just after they had cheated on their partners. Talk about karma. 10. Paris Hilton. The relationship between Paris Hilton and Nick Carter was very public and full of drama in early 2004. To say the least, both were absolutely instant tabloid fodder throughout the celebrity circle in the early 2000s. It started to turn really dark when Carter found out that she had been unfaithful. Now, this came as a shock when Carter eventually told his affair in an interview with The Howard Stern Show in 2006. He said Hilton was unfaithful, which later broke them apart. Still in the same interview, Carter revealed that he even got back at Hilton for what she did wrong by cheating on her with another celebrity. He admitted to having had a one-time fling with Ashley Simpson, a pop singer and actress, as a way of evening the score with Hilton for the alleged backstabbing. If this very public breakup was not enough, then this admission put more gas into the fire, definitely making the separation one of the most talked-about breakups in Tinseltown. The on-off relationship between Hilton and Carter finally ended in July 2004, some months since it began. The breakup was quite messy and rather public, with both parties at that time sharing their version of what had happened to the media. Be that as it may, both Hilton and Carter moved on to life and their respective careers, but this fleeting romance characteristic of drama ensured its place in the annals of pop culture during the early 2000s. 9. Britney Spears. Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were two of the brightest stars in pop's late 90s and early millennium. Met as teenagers working on the Disney show The Mickey Mouse Club, they sparked a white-hot love affair in '99 that even the masses latched onto. By 2002, even their mostly charmed relationship had reportedly gone up in smoke, bloodied with rumors of infidelity. It was only in late 2002 when Timberlake's heartbreak and rumored betrayal by Spears was revealed in his hit track called Cry Me a River. Its music video's story also portrayed a guy finding out that his girl was seeing another guy, the girl having some resemblance to Britney. The video was generally considered to be Timberlake's way of saying that Spears did infidelity, although there was never any official press release from the two about it in the details. For years afterward, there were rumors that Spears had been involved with her choreographer Wade Robson during their time together, which really fleshed out the tale of her infidelity. There were murmurs, too, of a very brief involvement with actor Ben Affleck, though it was never confirmed. Now, it was prime time for Spears to experience infidelity. She soon broke up with him after that incident, dated the Irish singer-songwriter Colin Farrell, and eventually moved on to Wade Robson. But she soon learned that her new boyfriend was himself two-timing her, which left her devastated. This has made it one of the most remembered breaking-ups in modern pop culture history, breaking up also with Timberlake, who then took revelation using his music and rumors involving other relationships with Spears. 8. Meg Ryan. What should have been one of the golden couples in Hollywood was the Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid marriage, dating back to 1991. But through the years, things had become strained, reaching the point where public scandal enveloped them. In 2000, while filming Proof of Life, Ryan started an affair with her co-star Russell Crowe. The news of this affair leaked out and heaped so much pressure on her already troubled marriage to Quaid. The discovery of Ryan's affair changed everything in the marriage, as tension built up until finally they parted ways. They got divorced in July 2000, and it was completed in July 2001. There is a report that Ryan has been continually blasted by the public for being the one who destroyed the marriage. However, she later came out to claim Quaid was also unfaithful during their marriage. Ryan confessed in an interview years later, when they were long past divorce, that she learned Quaid had been unfaithful, raising the stakes here. Her relationship with Crow didn't quite work out, as Ryan may have expected after divorcing Quaid. Though the two were in love, Ryan wasn't ready to jump into marriage again so quickly after the more painful experience of the divorce. Her cautiousness and the pressure of a high-profile relationship they both had were some of the reasons behind their breakup. Ryan's marriage with Quaid and later on Crow proved that personal relationships are hard to manage in the public eye. 7. Madonna. But of course, one of those marriages that the press absolutely had a field day with was the marriage of Madonna to Guy Ritchie in 2000. That union was, of course, down the drain by 2008, after reports of an affair between Madonna and baseball megastar Alex Rodriguez. This and other details in their lives broke up the marriages of the time, with Madonna married to Ritchie and Rodriguez married to Cynthia Curtis at the time of the affair. In July 2008, news broke out of an affair between Madonna and Rodriguez when Cynthia Curtis filed for divorce against the baseball star. She had cited reasons such as emotional abandonment and adultery, stating specifically his affair with pop star Madonna. Although she had refuted reports of an affair, the rumors continued to buzz around and began to put pressure on her marriage to Ritchie. The 8-year-old Madonna and Ritchie's marriage ended in a divorce in November 2008. Although the Rodriguez affair wasn't cited as the cause, it no doubt had a huge impact on the breakdown of the relationship. There was a huge fallout from the scandalous affair, where both Madonna and Rodriguez became the subject of public ridicule and the loss of their marriages. Ironically, this boomeranged on Madonna later when she herself was betrayed. Once her own relationship with Rodriguez was at an end, Madonna became the aggrieved party to infidelity in later relationships. Almost a case of poetic justice, the heartache caused by her affair seemed to come back on her own love life. This Madonna, Ritchie, and Rodriguez drama is only one of a never-ending list concocted in the press to substantiate the claim that an act of unfaithfulness can perpetuate consequences years down the line. 6. Jessica Simpson. Infidelity rumors circled Jessica Simpson's first marriage to Nick Lachey and led it to be broken. The duo had married only in October 2002, and their show Newlyweds. Nick and Jessica evolved into a pop culture phenomenon. Even while their show ran through some critically acclaimed seasons, the marriage wasn't without its tensions, abetted by reports of Simpson's alleged affair with other celebrities, like her Dukes of Hazzard co-star Johnny Knoxville. Soon after that, Simpson and Lachey announced that they were splitting in November of the year 2005. Their divorce was settled in June 2006. Simpson went on to find other love in the arms of ex-NFL player Eric Johnson, who she began dating as far back as 2010 May. Come November of the year 2010, the two were engaged and later married in July 2014. They too weren't immune to having their share of ups and downs. The year 2021 saw Eric rumored to be continuing communication with his former wife, Carrie D'Angelo, setting off red flags potentially over infidelity. Of course, those suspicions were unfounded, but they hung over his marriage like an axe, propelled by many of those same problems that set Lachey on a trajectory toward doomed-from-the-start marital unhappiness. Through it all, Simpson and Johnson have stuck together, working on their family and careers. Simpson has gone on with her business ventures, books, and acting, becoming a leading example of how to weather the storm of personal life. 5. LeAnn Rimes. As far back as 2009, the relationship between LeAnn Rimes and Eddie Cibrian began in virtually the most scandalous conditions that could be imagined. At that time, a marriage bond united both, as Rimes was married to Dean Sherritt and Cibrian to Brandi Glanville. They first met on the set of the TV movie Northern Lights. Shortly after, their love affair blew into the public domain. This ended with both their marriages coming apart at the seams. Rimes's marriage with Sherritt was dissolved in June 2010, and Cibrian's marriage with Glanville in September 2010. Rimes and Cibrian married on April 22, 2011, but their married life was anything but smooth. Things really got stirred up with open and nasty spats from Cibrian's ex-wife, Brandi Glanville, which really did a number on unsettling their lives. There were open, nasty spats between her and Rimes over social media and various interviews. The drama that brewed between the two always seemed to find its way to the headlines, really making the conflict quite public. Things had seemed to settle down a bit there for a while, with both Rimes and Glanville calling a truce for the sake of co-parenting Cibrian's two sons. However, that didn't last. The drama erupted again, with Glanville going back to making public remarks against Rimes. Through it all, amazingly, Rimes and Cibrian have stuck it out and worked through the marriage in the public eye, never minding the rather complicated dynamics between themselves and Glanville. Their relationship, born of an extramarital affair, has weathered all the usual storms, but seems to have stood the test of time. 4. Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra's marriage to his childhood sweetheart Nancy Barbato began in 1939 and was typified by love and the accompanying infamous infidelity. By the late 1940s, along with the rocketing success of Sinatra, so were the numerous romantic entanglements. This led to a very public affair with the actress Ava Gardner. Frank divorced Nancy in 1951 to quickly marry Gardner, and as you would already expect, this marriage was far from stable. The relationship between Sinatra and Gardner was passionate but stormy. Their strong personalities turned their frequent quarrels and separations into a way of life. Though they truly loved each other, strong-willed Gardner would not take Sinatra's jealousy and insecurities lying down. The two abortions that Gardner had during their time together were additions to the already shaky foundation of their marriage that further strained the bond between the two. By 1953, Gardner had also started up an affair with the Spanish bullfighter, Luis Miguel Dominguin. It turned serious, and within a very short period of time, she would elope with him. It hit Sinatra like a ton of bricks. Distraught, Sinatra worked hard at winning Gardner back, but all was to no avail since she had moved on. The marriage ended in divorce in 1957. The relationship he shared with Gardner was definitely one of the most important and painful experiences of his life. They never really parted ways and continued to have a troubled relationship. Indeed, it is said that Sinatra always carried a place in his heart for Gardner. Their love story, marked with passion, infidelity, and heartbreak, surely dug a dent in their lives and careers. 3. Liz Taylor. Probably no greater tale of wild marriage in all of Hollywood exists than that of Elizabeth Taylor. In her lifetime, Taylor would marry 8 times to 7 different men, with all of them being love matches marked by passion, scandal, and heartbreak. Taylor first got married to the hotel heir Conrad Hilton Jr. in 1950, but she divorced him in just 8 months. In 1952, she married the actor Michael Wilding until 1957. With Wilding, she had 2 sons. Her third husband was producer Mike Todd in 1957. This marriage was also snatched from her when Todd died in a plane crash in 1958. In 1959, Taylor married her 4th husband, singer Eddie Fisher. The marriage was full of controversy as Fisher had come from actress Debbie Reynolds, his wife, to wed Taylor. However, the marriage of Taylor with Fisher was doomed right from the start. During her marriage to Fisher, she met actor Richard Burton on the set of Cleopatra in 1962. The on-screen chemistry developed into a real-life affair and caused a great stir everywhere. Both were married at the time, with Taylor married to Fisher and Burton to actress Sybil Williams. Their affair resulted in the breakup of both marriages. Finally, on the 15th of March 1964, Taylor and Burton married, with the press having a very keen eye on them. A passionate but simultaneously very explosive relationship resulted in what bound them, characterized by intense rows, heavy drinking, and infidelity. Finally, Burton's roving eye led him to cheat on Taylor, straining the marriage even further. Despite all the love they have for one another, their relationship has witnessed several moments of tension, which in turn resulted in their first divorce in 1974. Yet this did not mark the end. Taylor and Burton simply couldn't help themselves from being with each other, and they did marry again in October 1975, only to divorce a second time less than a year after that, in July of 1976. In so doing, theirs was arguably one of the most famous, as much as it was one of the most convoluted love affairs ever born in Hollywood, marked by intense passion and self-destructive behavior. The marriage to Burton was the most dramatic and full of events period in the life of Taylor, which earned her the reputation of a scandalous and passionate lady in Hollywood. Yet despite all that, their love story has remained one of the most iconic stories in cinematic history, a romanticization of the glory and tragedy of the golden years of Hollywood. 2. David Duchovny. David Duchovny suffered a lot in his marriage to T. Leone, beginning in 1997 due to his sex addiction. The year 2008 came up with allegations of Duchovny's affair, and it put a big strain on the marriage. Duchovny checked himself into a rehabilitation center in August 2008 to treat his problem, and has confessed to problems for which he had to get under control, as they were destroying their marriage. It didn't take too long before it was reported, while Duchovny was in rehab, that T. Leone was also having an extramarital affair. Stories broke out about her dating actor Billy Bob Thornton. That certainly didn't help the relationship. If anything, it added more tension and distrust, making it even harder to reconcile. Despite all the odds, Duchovny and Leone did try to salvage their marriage at one time. However, with the pressure being much, in 2008 they decided to separate. They came back together for a short period of time before finally deciding to divorce in 2014, thereby ending their 17-year-long marriage. Their relationship has been eventful, as there was love and turmoil, as both struggled to overcome the clutches of addiction and infidelity. Duchovny and Leone have 2 children together, and post-divorce, they could still maintain a cordial relationship for their family's sake. Undoubtedly, through his rehabilitation stint down to Leone's affair, the complicated dynamics of their marriage remain in their personal history. 1. Jennifer Lopez. Things took a turn for the worse when Jennifer Lopez was reported to have an affair with the actor Ben Affleck in 2002. She was still married to Chris Judd, her second husband. Having met with each other for the first time on the set of Giggly in 2001, Lopez and Affleck wasted little time in becoming one of the hottest pairs in Hollywood. Their relationship continued to heat up until November 2002, after which Lopez divorced Judd. Soon after, Lopez and Affleck became engaged and were to wed in September 2003. Due to extreme media scrutiny and personal problems, the wedding was postponed only days before it was supposed to take place. By January 2004, the couple had officially ended their relationship. Following her breakup with Affleck, Lopez began dating Mark Anthony, whom she married in June 2004. Her relationship status changed again in 2011 when she began dating Casper Smart, who was her backup dancer, after the divorce from Anthony. The affair between Lopez and Smart went on until 2014, when the affair finally came to an end due to allegations that Smart cheated on her. The moment sealed a full circle for Lopez, who knew infidelity from both sides. Yet she was strong after the blows and held her head up with her successful career while dealing with her turbulent love life. There you have it, a glimpse into the ever-entertaining world of celebrity relationships. If there are some others we have missed, you can let us know in the comments, and be sure that we will continue to bring more juicy gist about your favorite celebrities. So make sure to subscribe, and we will see you when we upload the next video.